Hey guys, I'm back with a new video. In this video, let us learn how a block gets added to the blockchain. So basically the consensus mechanism. So it starts by the network viewing that which transactions are validated. So this is done by something known as consensus. So consensus is the name for the group of algorithms to see how the network reaches an agreement about which transactions can be trusted by the network so that they can be committed to the blockchain. Now this is done by creating a voting process for the network. So this voting process helps makes decisions about the information on the blockchain. Now the problem that lies to the core of the consensus is known as the Byzantine Fault Tolerance Problem. Now during the rule of the Byzantine Empire in the middle of the war, in the end the relation of this consensus concept will be very clear to the blockchain. So the 9 generals, each commanding a portion of the Byzantine army, encircle a city and they need to form a plan of attack. So the generals must only decide whether to attack or whether to retreat. Now the caveat is that all the 9 must agree to attack or all the 9 must agree to retreat. So if only a certain portion of these generals attacks and the rest of them hold back, then we get overwhelmed and we lose. Now in addition, there are some other complications as well. So of the 9 generals, there could be some who are traitors. Now they may try to dispute the group's vote. For example, it could be the case that 4 of the 9 generals support the attack, other 4 support the retreat, and the left out general could have a bare intent and mess up the whole thing up. To do this, they can send a vote to those who are in the favor of retreating and vote to the 4 who want to attack. Now the generals are physically separated and they need to send their votes using messengers. So these messengers could potentially be captured along the way and they can fail to deliver the votes or they may forge the votes. Now this is in context of computer science is referred to as the Byzantine's general problem. So this problem is an analogy for the blockchain network. So if we replace each general with a node and instead of the war, if we think about the blockchain, in a distributed network, you need a way to ensure the trust among users when they don't have any to communicate effectively. So you need to develop the trust among the users in the network. So this solution helps us to discover consensus among users who cannot communicate with one another effectively and they have no way to trust one another. So consensus algorithm is a fundamental algorithm to ensure that blockchain remains the most trusted entity and it also prevents any potential attackers from breaking the system. So this was all I wanted to cover about the consensus algorithm and the Byzantine's generals problem. So in the next one, we will learn about the proof of work algorithm. So let's catch up in the next one.